Greetings, boys and girls. Welcome to Behind the Cards. My name is Bobby Fierro. Selena, you are in the audience. Do you hear any problem with the audio? We were having some issues backstage. Hi, everybody. Well, mi hermana Selena, Essence of the Moon, is answering. Let's say hi to some people. We've got Janet. Uh-oh. Echo. Yeah. That's what we were worried about. Hold on.
Hello, everybody. Joanne Miranda. Oh. Bobby will be right back. I'll introduce myself.
Can you hear me now?
What?
There's still an echo here.
I can't hear it.
I don't know what to tell you. At least, is it as bad? Everybody.
I can't hear it.
Everybody is saying I'm getting private messages. Yeah, Joanne, I know, we're trying to figure it out. This is Julie Guthrie, by the way, everybody. While we try to figure out the echo. Julie, do you have a headset you could use?
Yeah. Doesn't have a microphone, but this does. Is that better for y'all?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You guys, can you hear an echo? I can't hear the echo anymore. Okay. Awesome! As long as you can hear me, Julie, we're good to go. No echo. All right, Iron. Thanks. Great. Thanks, Joanne.
No point in doing my hair.
Yes, it wouldn't be a Bobby show if we didn't have problems with the sound, right? No worries. So here's what's going to happen. Now that we figured out what it is. Echo. I can plug mine back in.
I'm alone again.
I hit the wrong button. My bad.
Okay.
So, hi, everybody. Take 2. Ready? Hi. I need one of those placard boards. Tonight, on Behind the Cards, I am honored to speak with Miss Julie Ann Guthrie-Smulson, who is quite possibly the most interesting woman in the world. If you don't believe me, just look at her website. it will say it on the first line. Quite possibly the most interesting woman in the world. I laughed so hard when I saw that. It was so awesome. I was like, that's it, girl. You speak that stuff. So
it's true.
We've been planning this for a couple months now. It is, for some reason, the one that I've been so excited about getting to know you. I always see you in chat. I never get a chance to actually converse with you one-on-one. So this is like the first time we've chatted. We maybe talked for 3 minutes backstage while we were trying to figure everything out. I am excited to talk to you. Hi, Aria. Come here. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, Aria.
This is my Aria, everybody. She's my little fur goblin who's been giving me crap all day long. Sherry's in a mod. Oh, no. Okay, I'll take care of that. So, let's say hi to a few people. And as always, on Behind the Cards, if you have questions, please put them in capital letters with a little emoji so I could see it. I'm going to start and I will bring the questions up at a specific time. So we've got Essence of the Moon, mi hermana, who does my Thursday night show with me, and Ramon, called Behind the Moon. This week we're talking about the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Ramon is driving the bus, so you know it's going to be a good show. Alexis Milner. What's up, Lexi? She's going to be on my Leo show with Selena and Miss Tarot D. Francine Purple Moon Tarot. She's a newer channel, so please check her out and subscribe. Juanita. Hi, Juanita. Gosh, Selena, you sure talk a lot. Look at this. Homegirl. Janet. I make fun, but Selena and Ramon are the first two people I get messages from in the day. Selena, Ramon, usually Miss Tarot D and Joey. So that's a great way to start my day. And of course we have Joan Miranda. Millie, what up, homegirl? Iron. What's up, Iron Fire Horse? And of course our favorite mod, Maru. Kendra. Roman. So Roman, thank you for the beautiful deck you sent me. I got this wonderful birthday gift for him today. It's a horror tarot. Oh my gosh, it's very much me. So yes, thank you, Sherry.
Nice.
I will be on Sherry's channel, Voices from the Swamp, on the Slumber Party, I believe on the 26th. And we're talking about making that semi-regular thing. I love it because I get to just cut loose because I'm so reserved all the other time. Okay. So there's going to be people trickling in. Denise, how you doing, boo-boo? So forgive me if I haven't said hello. As the show goes, we will be digging in to the chat. Lady V. That's
Hi,
a great
Lady
name. That's a wonderful name.
Hi,
Are you simulcasting? I forgot to ask.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
So there we have simulcast. Oh, I see. Like Kendra's on your channel. Wonderful. So everybody who's always seen my dear Miss Julie in chat, and we've never had a chance to really sit down and dig into your life. First of all, can you, before we start the interview, tell us a little bit about yourself?
Like, that's the interview.
Yeah.
I wrote a book. I wrote a book about it, so you can read a little bit about me.
Yeah.
So where do I start?
Interview over. All right, we're done. And I have my sip, by the way.
According to my kids, like, I did not exist until they were born. Like, I had no life. Well, I lived all over California. I mean, I was born in Seattle, Washington. You know, my dad was stationed in the Navy and lived all over California. So here I am.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's dig into it. So now we have the Fool card as our first card. Where would you say that your spiritual journey began?
Okay. Well, when I was 6, I was visited by my late great-grandfather. So that, I can remember. But really, when I dove into all of this, wasn't until I went through a heartbreak and decided to take this path into doing Reiki.
How did you get started with Reiki?
Oh, it's a gateway drug to spiritual stuff. How did I get started? Well, I had a couple sessions myself. Ended up going to Sedona, working with some psychics. I mean, these people were like, oh my gosh, like, they can physically move you from where they are, physically touch you and move you.
Nice.
I've
been to Sedona. I'm in Arizona. It takes me about 4 hours to drive up there.
So, that really, I mean, I've always been like, I want to tell the future. I want to be psychic. Into high school, I was always like wanting that, and so it just became so.
Like Star Trek, make it so. How old were you when you noticed that things were more than they seemed? That there might be an unseen world?
Oh, I always had that. I kind of grew up, like, my mom and her sisters would talk about, and it wasn't that often that I saw these people. So when and I was young, and so when they would talk about this sort of stuff, they were talking about Edgar Cayce and all of that kind of stuff. And so that's where I got a lot of this from.
Who were your heroes growing up?
Oh my God.
Or the people you watched on TV shows, anything that contributed to the delinquency of a budding psychic?
No, no, definitely not psychic. Robin Williams, Judy Blume, those were my heroes.
Judy Blume.
Yeah.
Books. It's funny you say that. It wasn't Judy Blume for me. Who was it that wrote A Wrinkle in Time? That made me think about magic in the bloodline deeper. I mean, we have magic in my family, but that's the book that made me... It told me about mitochondrial DNA. And that's what started the whole thing for me, really, was how is magic in the bloodline? The whole thing. So I just went off on a tangent at a very early age. When you first applied psychic ability and tried it yourself and realized, oh, there's something here. Do you remember what happened? What forced that experiment?
Well, I went into the Reiki. I got my Reiki master teacher, and I'm like, well, I'm still not psychic, and this wasn't really. The teaching left a lot to be desired, so I decided that I was going to teach myself. So I ended up getting this book called Psychic Reiki. And like, okay, I read 2 lines in it. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to practice this, right? So I went into some body work, and I was doing body work. So I was doing like reflexology, cranial sacral, and that's when it got turned on, because I was touching people. So I'm an empath. And I started getting stories. I started seeing static. And that's, I really practiced through that, and went into Louise Hayes's work and started doing like medical intuitive sort of stuff. So that's like part of my passion.
And a lot of people who are intuitive don't go the route you did. They are what I call silent voices. They choose not to stand out in the crowd and make their gifts known. I've got a lot of people in my family that are like that. They have gifts, they just don't apply them. What made you want to share your gifts with the world?
Well, it's funny because I was doing all this healing work, and then I started my podcast. So I was like interviewing like other healers doing different modalities, and asking their story, what was your catalyst? Where was I going with this? Where was I going with this?
We were talking about what made you want to.
Oh, so I was doing this podcast, and I had card readers on my show, and so I couldn't get connected to my cards because there was a specific way that I wanted to connect with my cards, and I left them alone for a long time. And then I finally picked them up because I had these card readers on my show, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it. So that's when it clicked with me. And then all of a sudden people are like, "You're psychic, Julie? I thought you were only a podcaster." Are you kidding me? Why would I do this show?
That's funny you say that. In the way you say that makes sense to me. That you said you couldn't work with them in the way you wanted to. Sounds like from the beginning you had a very specific idea in your mind. You knew yourself, and you do what I do. I don't follow anybody else's path. I use it as a building block, but I make my own my own shit out of it. I don't even like using the Celtic tree method because it's so overplayed. I use a lot of my own spreads when I'm doing tarot. And the next card up on our list is the Magician, and the Magician is about manifesting, but he's also the great communicator. Was it difficult telling those around you about your spiritual side?
I lost everybody.
Did you really?
Yeah, I've lost everybody. It's like, well, here I am. It's me. And it is what it is now. So,
that's a very good point, that people tend to turn away from what they don't understand.
But I'm okay with it. I mean, I've struggled with it, and I'm okay with it now. It's like, what did you miss? Like, are you serious? I was watching Long Island Medium, Ghost Adventures, Dead Files. Like, what did you miss?
Yeah. There is a lot of misconception about what we do, but that's something I'm trying to change. I'm trying to dispel myths with people. Oh, I forgot to make a phone call. I'm trying to get somebody on my show to talk about the voodoo law. So I just realized I was supposed to call him. So you say you lost everybody. Did they pull away? Did they tell you to go F off? What?
My kids don't talk to me. So.
You're you're not the first person in our online tribe to say that.
Right.
I'm sorry you're dealing with that. That is a lot to deal with. What about friends? How did they?
You know, when you have friends for so long and they expect you to be one way, it's like they're questioning me, and it's like, I can't deal with this. Are you serious? Like, why would I lie to you? You know, after this long, after 40 years, you think I'm lying to you? So.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is you were able to evolve and they weren't. People forget to evolve. And it's not that they can't evolve, they choose not to. They forget to. Bridget's here. Oh, where's she? I missed her. Okay. Oh, we got a whole bunch of peoples that come in. Yeah, sadly, you're not the first one. You guys, hold on, Aria. Let me ask this next question and I'll go let you out. That's Ms. Aria, the fur goblin over there, you guys. Yeah, I've talked with a lot of people recently who said the same thing, that when they chose this path, or not even chose, when they gave in, is the words they use, when they gave into this path and accepted who they are, and I said, hold on, it became easier and harder for them. It became easier because they were able to nourish the light within them, but it became harder because you're at the same time you're nourishing this, you're having to defend yourself at the same time, and that's difficult. Did you have to go through that?
Well, it's their burden.
Yeah.
It's their burden because it's their perspective, and I don't have any control over it.
I like that. Miss Tarot D says, it's so free being your own authentic self. It is true, Missy. That is true. And then we've got Sue Toffee joined us. Hey, Sue. Oh, I know. Hold on. Let me let her out real quick, you guys. I'm going to ask you this next question, Julie, and while you answer, I won't be able to hear a few seconds, but I'll be right back. What was the first time you remember trusting your intuition? Think about that and answer. I'll be right back.
Trusting my intuition. Oh my God. It was a bad decision. It was a good decision, but a bad decision. Oh my God.
Okay, what'd I miss?
You know, I went back and forth on like trusting this intuition thing for a while, especially with like my healing work. And I had the last time I said I need to listen to spirit. It, like, hands down, listen to spirit. Was I had done like a free event for veterans, and had a vet come into my office on my table and literally heard spirit go, stick a fork in him, he's done. I was doing all kinds of stuff. I was doing like crystal singing bowls on him, tuning forks. I had him on my vibration table. He was only on there 10-15 minutes. I was getting all kinds of stories off of him, and then I hear this, and I'm like, okay, let's just give him like, and like spirit's like, no, you got to get him off of the table, man. Then I get him off the table, and I had sent him into combat, like flashbacks, and I'm just like, oh my God, I felt
shit.
so bad. And so that's like number one. A couple lessons, you know, sound healing is very powerful, and you better listen to spirit
Right.
because you can cause damage if you don't listen.
Well, I think I lost a death card. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'll have to go through this deck with a fine-tooth comb later. I didn't organize my cards before the show. I was telling Julie it was like an oh shit moment. Oh, there it is. He doesn't belong there. Please, who are the cats? Well, that's Miss Aria that you heard whining in the background, and her sister, Miss Cersei, is in the other room. And now Arya's scratching the door to get back in. Sorry, sucker! You made your choice. Live with it. Yeah. So, speaking of your gifts, my dear, what are your list of gifts?
Pretty much.
Let's do this, Brutus.
Pretty much all of them. Hey, I didn't even know I had them. Until like you put them to the test and go, okay, well, I got that. I guess I got that. Seriously, I did the psychic thing, and then someone asked me to do mediumship, and I'm like, I'll try.
Yeah.
And it came back, and they're like, yeah, this is the photo that you told me about. And they were like, and I would tell them before that I was doing a Reiki session, and I realized I could do remote viewing. It was just instant. I didn't even try. It just happened. I'm like, oh my God. And then of course
that would be so cool. I can't do remote viewing. Well, I've never actually applied myself. I can't say I can't do it.
Well, you can. It's super. If you're psychic and you're intuitive, I could teach you.
I do a lot of what's the word? Foretelling. In my readings, 80% of my readings are all about spiritual alchemy and healing, showing people what they're capable of, and then helping them find the help to achieve it. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer. I know my limits. Why do you take the time to help other people? Why do you feel the need to invest yourself in them? And at the same point, how do you nurture your own spiritual self?
Well, no one helped me, so I help others.
Thank you. The people that I wish were in my life to help me through all this, I had a lot of people. But like I say, not in the way I needed it. I can't learn like other people. I'm just spiritually dyslexic or something. I have to learn in my own way at my own pace.
Right.
Everybody's like, same.
My spiritual self.
Yeah. How do you nurture your spiritual self? What gives you your gas? What keeps you going?
I used to love, and I don't do this anymore. I haven't been in years, but I used to go to spiritual shows. And if you've been to a spiritual show, I don't know if you've ever felt that super high vibe you get off of being around the same kind of people. And then you go home and you're on a high. I love that.
Yeah, I've got a thing about the spiritual fairs that I do. It's just like being in Walmart when you're around all that condensed energy. It's the same thing. It's just a different vibe. Or at Walmart, it's frustration, anger, negative emotions all condensed into a little psychic zip file. At the psychic fairs, it's the same thing, but it's positivity, it's encouragement, it's belief, it's care. So, but coming home from those events sometimes can be just as detrimental because I'm riding that high, and I'm like, okay. I've been like that sometimes.
It's just like being on like meth. Like,
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah. So my husband knows when I come home, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to ground myself. Just don't talk to me for the next hour, basically. Do you have any routine that helps you get in the zone?
Yeah, I do my because when I do go online and I'm reading cards, I do open Akashic records when I do that. So I feel like that's, I do a ritual of that, and afterwards as well to close them.
Okay, let's talk about the book you wrote.
Okay. Master in the Making?
That's the one. And there's a sequel too, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's on hold. There's another book though.
What you got? Tell us about Master in the Making.
Master in the Making. Well, it's about my spiritual path. It's about becoming psychic. The first leg of it, and like all these spiritual things that were happening to me, and how I wrote this book. It was something that I always wanted to do. This was my bucket list. This is, something I aspired to do when I was like 8. Judy Bloom. So, be an author. So this is that. And so this is like a heartache I had. Through using spiritual, means like meditation, I tapped in because I was having flashbacks of abuse that happened to me. And so I was able to like piece it all together. And well, the sequel, Theory of 8, that may come, but it may take some time because what I realized was I had an astrology reading, and they're like, well, what happened to you when you were 8 years old? And I'm just like, I couldn't. And they're like, it has to do with your family secrets, and it's directly about you. And I could not think of anything. And so I've gone through this last few years of like trying to find out. I've gone to different readers, psychics, healers, done different things like ayahuasca, mushrooms, saw a psychologist, a psychic hypnotist, and trying to find out. So there's some real dark stuff there that I still have to learn about, that will open up and come to light. So
there is a lot to be said for people who accept their destiny, which is how I see what you did, leaning into it to spread that sunshine, for lack of a better word, around, encouraging the next generation of witches and psychics to grow. I get that from one of my favorite movies of all time, which was Hello, Dolly. When they said money is like fertilizer, it should be spread around, encouraging young things to grow. And my grandma said, not money. And she explained the golden rule to me, that you should treat people the way you want to be treated. So spread love around, spread joy, spread encouragement, because those small words can make a huge difference in people's lives. You do a lot. There's a lot listed on your website. How do you stay structured? How do you get through everything?
Right. Well, I make a lot of lists.
That's an answer right there. Lists.
Yeah, list.
I don't. I'm getting there. I'm making progress. I have a book that I got that's helping me organize, but I can't tell you where it's at. I'm pretty sure it's in the other room somewhere.
I
didn't need it.
I've always kind of been a self-starter, you know. At 8 years old, my mom went to work, and I had 2 younger brothers, so I was left, to take care of them. And so, I don't know, being the oldest child, somewhat, I have a half sister that's older, but she wasn't raised with me. And so I was looking after them and myself. Anyways.
The best part of making a list is the feeling of crossing things off.
Right?
Bridget, that's so cool.
As long as you follow them.
Gerald's laughing at me. I bought a book to help. I can't find it. It's in the other room.
Right?
It is. It's by the bed because I was updating it at 4:35 in the morning this morning. Before bed, Selena chewed me out. Why are you awake? Go to sleep. I'm an insomniac. I can't help it. So, our next card is the Hierophant. Do you follow any particular path or religion?
Well, you just mentioned the golden rule, and that's something that I was taught growing up, and it's kind of ironic by the people that taught me. They're not like, good role models.
Golden ruling themselves.
So, where was I going to go with this? The golden rule. I was looking at something. I lost my train of thought. Damn it.
That's okay. Here, since you're off track anyway, Iron says maybe that's what happened when you were 8, Julie. That's a huge thing, looking after 2 younger siblings at 8 years old. It is. I did that when I was that age, too.
There's something more to that. Like, I did have some things come up. There's, like, so much more. Like, it's dark. What happened to me is one of the darkest things in humanity that people are talking about. They want answers to, like,
right. Got it.
And if I can be the person that goes in and finds out what happened to me and come back and tell y'all this is what's going on, because what I was being told during part of this, this kind of gives it away, is I had to go into my genealogy. And so I did. And it's pretty interesting.
Everybody's talking about the Insomnia Club. Yeah, you guys talk about it, but I'm on the West Coast. I'm in the Southwest in Arizona. So even after all your insomnia has abated and you've finally fallen asleep, my happy ass is still up, keeping watch over everybody. Where are we? Oh, the Hierophant. Okay.
Yeah, the path, the golden rule. So, when I was growing up, Christianity was part of my life, especially at 8, 9 years old. So I was taught about Jesus. And so one of the things that I took on, even though, like, Christian, the idea of this guy being nice to everybody and talking to everybody was a good idea, regardless of, like, the religion aspects of it.
I get that.
Can I be that person? Can I be the person that does that? Can I be like that? So that's my path.
I get that. I ask myself that all the time. WWHD. What would Hermes do? Yeah. I believe in not being a twat waffle is the bottom line. Somebody came into chat one time, a newbie in my chat, and asked Bobby, what are your rules? I was like, the rule is don't be a twat waffle. That is the rule. Just be good to people.
Oh my God.
Hey, Jen.
Well, I made a call today and I said, well, they're like, well, why didn't you call over there? I go, because they're retarded.
Oh, bad word. We don't like that word. But yeah, I get it.
I'm just like, well, because you have the power and they don't.
Yeah, sometimes I have to look at the people around me and go, "Oh, aren't you just so sweet for being that idiotic?" Yeah.
I
So
forgive them, but
I try. I'm working on it. But honestly,
I'm not
people
perfect.
bring their reality on themselves. So far be
Mhm.
it from me to stop you from feeling the consequences of your reality. Please enjoy.
In my defense, I was defending myself and trying to take care of
Right?
myself. So.
Yeah, there's people in the world that just have to experience the fall. So when that happens, I just have to like kind of do like that and let them. So our next question: how have your romantic relationships been shaped by your spirituality, your partnerships, your one-on-one relationships? Doesn't have to always be romantic.
Well, this breakup I had, it kind of was weird because I left my husband, and but I met somebody before I left my husband, and I'm like, I wasn't happy. And like when you're thinking about like, you know, some horrible something could happen to him on his way home from work and he wouldn't come. That's like really bad stuff. That's like, hello. And then I met this guy and like my wheels started turning. I'm like, I can leave. I don't have to stay here. And it didn't mean that I had to go with this guy. And
it just shows you your options were there.
It was a catalyst for me to like make an exit. And with that, I had this, because I knew this guy was just like, I know what this guy is all about. This is not going to work out, you know? And even though he asked me to marry him, and I just had the worst time trying to get over this guy. And, so that's why I turned to spirituality. And here I am. Hello.
I know spirituality has taught me how to be a kind, loving, supportive friend. And by the way, Miss Tarot D, you big lying bitch. See how loving and supportive I am?
So I'm looking for better.
What would you say you want in a partner? What would be ideal for you? Somebody who shares your viewpoints or somebody who does not share your spiritual viewpoints? I've been with my husband for 25 years and we are nothing alike. Spiritually, physically, mentally, nothing. But it works for us. What are you looking for? He's the exact opposite of me.
You know, I want to go on adventures. Like,
Good.
I was married for 21 years, and the guy was a narcissist. I was raised by a narcissist. I had friends that were narcissistic, and I'm just like, so I'm looking for someone narcissist that wants to go like travel, like day trips, weekend trips, whatever.
I love that. I can't get my old fart out of the bed. Well, he's sick in his defense, so he sleeps a lot. But luckily, I've got my best friend Joey to
right,
get me going, keep me from smashing my head against the wall. And then there's Ramon and Selena and Val and all my besties. So I'm lucky. I found my tribe, and you're part of that tribe.
Thank you.
Your comments in chat are hilarious sometimes, so you crack me up. Where are we at? Relationships. So our next card is the Chariot. So do you know how I remembered that the Chariot comes after the Hermit and the Lovers is because we get married by the Hermit or by the Hierophant. We go before him and we have the Lovers, and then we have the Chariot. Once you get married, you buy a car, right? That's how I remembered it. I'm not shitting you. That is how I remembered
That's
the
cool.
order.
Whatever works.
Yeah, and I look back on it now and I'm like, really? That's what you did? Like the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords, it was beach, bed, dead. The 8 is on the beach, then you got the 9 in bed, and the 10 is dead. Beach, bed, dead. That's how I remembered it. You guys, whatever works for you to remember it, do it. All right, so the Chariot's been... has it been difficult moving forward with your chosen path, and what kind of roadblocks have you faced?
I'm my worst enemy, so those are my roadblocks. It's like being hard-headed and stubborn, and denying shadow exists. Like, this is reality. Look at it. No. My own egos, my roadblock.
Are you able to look at the ugly stuff in your life? I mean, I'll tell you what I mean. This is a personal thing. For me, part of shadow work is when you look at something and you're uncomfortable and look away real quick, I make myself turn around. I'm like, look at it, you son of a bitch, look at it. I do that with everything, including my own ugliness. Is that difficult for you to do?
Yeah, a little bit.
Thought it might be.
Yeah.
It's human nature.
I'm not ready to talk about the last few years, but maybe one day, maybe that'll come out with the next book. I don't know, but
I reserve the right. First interview.
Okay, so all right, I'll let you.
Okay.
But chosen path. What's difficult? What's keeping me from my chosen path?
What are the biggest roadblocks you faced?
Right now, what I'm seeing, because hindsight's 2020, I had all these readings done, and even recent readings, and they all kind of align. Some of them,
right?
And certain aspects of them, they all align. And it's like, okay, so, that's the wrong way. Detour shit. Okay. So I just keep going. It's like, is this going to work? Is this going to work? Is this going to work? It's just, one step in front of the other, because, what I was told about, my childhood is, I just had to keep going. It's like, I had to figure out a way to stay alive. From day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute. And so
do you think that contributed to the development of your empathic and psychic powers?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
Most people do think that their powers were quote unquote activated due to childhood trauma or necessity. I know mine were. I just got lucky that I had people around me who knew how to deal with psychic abilities. So I was, my auntie, my cousins were the ones who trained me. The biggest roadblocks I face, what you were talking about, my ego, my own self, that is true. I also bite off more than I could chew sometimes. Do you feel that happens to you?
All the effing time.
Okay.
Oh my God. Are you kidding? I got it's over here, that over there. You have no idea. I need
I get it.
I need like a team of 20 people, honestly. Let's get shit done, people. Come on, let's go.
Wouldn't life be so much easier if I had an entourage? Oh my goodness. I'm already seeing how they could be of use. You return phone calls. You check emails. You set up the new shows. I would love that. It'd be so awesome. The unfinished project, life is real.
It exists.
It is. It's something we don't talk about. Oh, look at Heather's
Hi, Heather.
here. I'm surprised to see you here, Heather. Good to have you. Open up a tea, sit down, relax. So, yeah, that is one of my biggest things, my ego, and thinking I'm stronger in some areas than I really am. I suck at organization. Oh my God, I can throw a badass party as long as I have 3 friends helping me out. Where do you find your inner strength?
Oh, Jesus.
You heard it right here. She finds it from Jesus.
You know, I tend to turn to music.
Ooh, good.
And that's like one of my go-tos. And so, you know, there's this one band back in the day.
Ooh, tea does sound good. I just finished mine. That's why tea was on my brain. What you said, music, is very powerful right there. I don't listen to certain songs at certain times. If I'm in a certain frame of mind, I will listen to shit that is the direct opposite of what I'm feeling, to get me balanced out, to where if I'm having trouble grounding myself, I'll listen to songs of empowerment or badassdom, as I call it,
Right.
to remember that I am 100% that bitch. If I'm in a sad mood, I'm going to listen to funny songs. And some of the funny songs I have crack me up. Dr. Demento songs. Do you remember Dr. Demento?
Vaguely.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a DJ who would play all the weird songs like fish heads, roly-poly fish. That one. It was just a weird channel. I love Dr. Demento. Anyway, so it changes my frame of mind, which brings me to a very good point. And we are on the strength card. You consider yourself a spiritual alchemist. This is where you nod, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I saw that on your site, and I got excited because anybody who understands spiritual alchemy is aces in my book. That is taking the well, you want to explain what that is?
Well, it's taking a base metal and turning it into gold. Right.
So we're translating that from base metal to our spiritual self, and we're trying to transmute that is what's happening. We're turning it from one thing into another thing. That's why I say I need certain songs to get me going. Other songs depress me, so I won't listen to them. What are some of your favorite songs to get you going?
Okay, I gotta go. I have to listen to Operation IV or Time Bomb Armstrong because that's very punk. I got to see Op IV in concert before they ended, like before, like dispersed, disbanded. And I actually had a friend like, hey, I'm talking to Lynn on the phone. It's like, no, you're not. You know, we're drunk and high. I'm like 18, you know. So
as all good 18-year-olds are.
So, you know, because that was like a time in my life, it was like great. You know, I live over in Modesto. We go to the city, go to Gilman Street, and that wasn't the only time we went, you know? Go to the Bay to listen, you know, go to concerts and, you know, and like.
I think I have a client, Modesto.
I've grown like so much since then, but it's like like surviving some of the stuff that I did. Like it's like,
yeah,
I'm still here.
Looking back at some of the shit we did, how are we alive? I'm like, if my nephew or niece tried this at that age, I would kill them.
Like seriously, my friend's band's playing in a bar off Market Street, and we're like underage drinking and doing the bunny hop with old ladies, and it was like the best time ever.
At 15, I was sneaking into bars in New Orleans and drinking vodka sevens. So yeah,
you know?
I get it. I'm like, how in the hell are we alive?
Right? Like sleeping overnight.
Yeah, my husband and I talked about that, and he's never done this, but I've woken up in strange fields. I have no clue how I got there. If your friends have never left you stranded in a strange county, all alone overnight by yourself, you have never lived.
So that's where you find your inner strength, bitches.
Yeah. But I'm Gen X. We had to learn to be strong. I know a lot of people come down on Gen X, but we had to be strong. We didn't have things shown to us and handed to us, and this was before the internet. We were the last feral tribe.
Like, I don't remember, how we, organized things and, connected,
You knocked on the neighbor's door and said, can Ty come out and play? That was it.
I went out, there's, country. This is the ag area, and, it's just follow this road, and then go down here. There'll be, 2 fences, and they'll take the lower one, and you'll see a T-shirt and a beer can, and, we'll just leave. It's like a freaking scavenger hunt.
Oh, Jamie, you had an accident. Baby, I'm so sorry, and I'm glad you walked away. Oh, no.
No. I don't know anything about it.
Well, Jamie, I'm going to give you some healing energy tonight in my meditations. So, love you.
Waterford, California?
Yeah, she's out in Cali, I think.
Yeah, Waterford's not, too far from me.
Gen X rules, Iron. Iron, you know that Fierro, my last name, means iron, right? Oh, yeah, I told you this a long time ago. So every time I see you, I think, Fierro.
Right? We didn't have social media. Oh, my God.
No,
that's right.
We didn't. How do you spend your alone time?
I'm alone all the time. I watch all of you.
All right, wait, you watch us. That's awesome. So you spend your time with your online tribe and studying.
Exactly. I am doing my thing. Right now, do you want me to reveal what I'm going to release?
Yes! I wish I had a drum roll. Hold on.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it. It's a shitty copy, but... Let me see if I can find it, if I have it.
Please, give us the shitty copy.
It's a coloring book.
Oh! You're releasing that?
Yeah, it's a coloring book.
Oh, how fun is that? I love that. That's awesome. I color, you guys. I love to create art, and I do get adult coloring books and stuff, so don't judge.
So buy it when I
that makes you my supplier. Oh my gosh! If I'm
I'm a dealer.
You're my adult literature dealer, so to speak.
Yeah.
Psyche has the pictures. Oh, bitch! I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Jamie.
That's awful, Jamie. I want to go and check out Psyche's show. We're talking about Psyche Awakens Tarot. he has a late night show he does live where it's an open forum. So it can get a little out there sometimes, but such good people. And it's one of my favorite things to do when I can't sleep is I'll jump on. My point was I have to get up earlier, otherwise I would jump on if he has a show tonight. He just ended. That's nothing. He may go back on. You know how he is. He is so awesome. He really is. And if you want to see him running around in his American flag Speedos, that's always a joy. You know, I'm a big hoe. Leave me alone.
I didn't know the joy in art until recently, so.
Really?
Like, I didn't let loose. Like someone said, they're not like the courage to try and do it.
Right.
And so, even though I went to school and did artwork, and my teachers kept my work for examples, and I was referred to an art job by my teachers, it was more work, and I didn't enjoy it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I didn't do it for pleasure, but now I do. And so it just makes me happy. So.
Artistic endeavors are very personal. The sun rules our artistic endeavors in creation. So, and it rules the strength card, which is the card we're on. I tried to be a graphic artist or architect. I tried to be an architect, and I was in the class just a few days, and the teacher basically said, "You're shit. You need a regular art class." And I'm glad he did, because I was hating every second I was in that class. I hated the art class too, but that's because there was a guy in there I didn't like. Or actually, he didn't like me, and I was too young to stand up for myself. Yeah, if somebody tries to limit the way you create something or tells you what to create, it's no longer fun. And then it becomes a job, a chore, a task, in a negative sense, at least to me.
Yeah. I do have artist blood in my blood.
Do you now?
I do. My uncle went to... he was in Canada. My mom's from Canada, so he had gone from Ontario to Europe, and he vagabonded, which I had desire to do. Now it makes sense. Like, I'm this adventurous.
Right.
My walls were covered with maps and shit, and where I wanted to go in these youth hostels, and I had all these books and stuff. But anyways, he did it. He went there. He settled in Paris. And back in the 80s, he was one of the top 10 commercial artists doing like magazines and whatnot. Yeah.
Wow.
So apparently he's still alive.
You're like, apparently. I think somewhere.
He's there.
So it's in the blood. That's awesome.
My mom did. My grandfather on that side did too. When I go to his house, he had, going down the stairs of the basement, he had little pictures he had done, oils all the way down the stairs. So yeah.
Hi, Carl. How you doing? Denise is here.
Man,
Got a Coke and a smoke. Oh,
I want cigarettes. I used to smoke. I quit.
Me too. I quit last year or the year
Me
before.
too.
But,
last year.
I realized I couldn't very well worship the god of athletes and sit here and be smoking all the time. But to be fair, I still smoke.
Weed.
Well, yeah. I don't smoke cigarettes.
That's different.
I'm a smoker for physical reasons, because of my health. And for those who don't know, I do have HIV and diabetes and valley fever, so I get sick a lot. So I smoke weed to help me out. And this channel is what I have created so that if something should happen to me, my beliefs will carry on. People will know where I
Right.
stood. I don't want people to go back and say, oh no, he was one of the most faithful Christians you've ever met. No, he wasn't.
Like,
I've got all my witch friends ready to go at my funeral going, that's wrong. So, but yeah, that's just me. I prepare for shit like that. Are you seriously going to make me wait till after retrograde because of a demonic tarot reader? That's funny.
Yeah. Their name too.
Where were we? The Hermit. Okay. Can you mark a significant turning point in your spiritual journey for us? Like, when did everything?
When did it click? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
when did the fart finally happen? Just when did the lightning strike? When did the bunny pop out of the... However you want to say it. When did the beginning happen?
I don't know. It was like pretty gradual. I don't know. Like, I guess when I started my podcast, really. I was really out there with that. Like, you can't hide YouTube if you're public. You can't.
Really? That's true. Oh, Denise, in answer to your question, I don't want my family saying that I'm a strong Christian after I'm dead at my funeral. I arrange because I'm a pagan. I follow Hecate and Hermes. But I know my family's not going to acknowledge that, so I've got people ready to take care of it for me. Yeah, I'm that dude that will leave the video behind saying, before you go. You know, one of those things. Let's ask our next question. Yeah, what was a significant turning point?
Well, I feel like I'm like constantly going through these. It's not like one and done sort of thing. It's like ascension. It's like you're always like leveling up sort of thing. So
okay.
I feel like I'm going through one of those phases because, like I was saying, like I had all these people, readings, different people, don't know each other, coming up with the same stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, this is what they meant by this. Because as like time progresses, I'm going, oh God, this is what they meant. Like this art stuff, this is what they meant.
Jupiter rules the Wheel of Fortune, its expansion. When you started your channel, Spiritual Alchemy Energy, why did you choose that name, and what was your hope for it?
Well, I actually chose that name prior. I started a business here in Modesto in 2018, early 2018, after I got my Reiki Master Teacher. And I got that name because I was playing with numerology. And I wanted to be 8. So what was your question again? And so that's how I chose that name for my podcast. And what was my deal for that, my hopes and wishes and dreams for it, is I had, prior to doing my podcast, I opened an office. I was living in South Lake Tahoe, and I opened an office up there. And I really wanted other healers, readers, come in and do their thing in my office, you know, and work as a a co-op community. And that didn't happen. We had boom, lockdown, hello. I just opened my office and bam. And so that's what I wanted my podcast to be, is one of those things. So, because I really wanted to get the word out there about all these different modalities that could help people. It wasn't just my modalities, because like I fell in love with the other modalities I found that I don't do.
I think you are somebody who carries the blessings of Hermes. Anybody who does the type of work that you're talking about, YouTube is in the realm of Hermes. It's messages, healing, it's communication.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe the healers and spiritualists on YouTube are all part of Hermes' tribe. They don't necessarily have to follow him, but they carry his blessings. And that's a personal thing for me. You could have kept your mouth shut and just done this as a personal journey. Why did you want to do YouTube?
Well, it was this other book, you know. I wanted to do it for the other book too, that I was working on at the time, that I have had to shelf. So,
I like how you say shelf instead of scrap. That's good. I shelf things and I do go back to them.
Well, it's like when I get a reading, and all through that process of writing that book, and I had to put things on the shelf. It's like, I don't agree with that. That's going up here. You know, I'd write it down. I have a lot of like audios and videos of my readings. You know, a lot of them were paid. And so anyways, you got to shelf it sometimes. And that was part of my spiritual journey, you know. Everybody's different.
Got it. I'm keeping track of everything in chat. Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. The only comment I starred was that big lie Miss Tarot D told about being a sweet, prim, and proper lady. All right. So our next question is the Justice card. The Justice card is one of those cards that asks if our actions have been in balance. If you could go back and change one thing that you had control over in your life, what would you change?
I would have said no a lot more.
That's really powerful. A lot of people would take action in certain ways. Yours is an action, but it's by denial. So that's awesome. I love that.
Well, I said yes too much.
Me too.
People pleaser, and it got me in a lot of trouble.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah, I said yes. I'm just the boy who can't say no.
But you know, there's still like this adventure in me. It's just like, yeah, that's shiny. Let's go. And I'm a Virgo.
Are you?
Yes.
Virgos are tough to travel with, man. They're good to talk to because they notice everything. But you have to draw things out of them sometimes.
True. That's very true. Just like chisel.
I do like Virgo energy though, because I read it as healing energy when I do my 12 card spread. Yeah, well, the space for healing. So your brother's Virgo. Oh, pobrecito. Besita. So
I try to go against the grain of my Virgo stereotype. I fight it. I was supposed to be a Libra.
Oh, were you? You just really strike me as more of a Leo. I'm not gonna lie.
I have a Leo moon.
Do you? Okay, well there you have it. Virgos, are you? Oh, there goes my lights again. I've been having rolling brownouts in my area. I hope my internet doesn't go out. So if it does stall, I'm gonna hook my phone up real quick. I should have had that ready to go just in case. But yeah. What was my question? Hold on. Ah! Looking back, what advice do you wish someone had given you? And would you have taken it?
There was a turning point way back when. I probably wouldn't have listened to them. What was the? Can you put that back?
Sure.
Please.
What advice do you wish somebody that would have given you?
The
And
advice.
if they would have given it, would you have taken that advice?
I probably wouldn't have, and the advice would have been something along the lines of, like, you need to go find yourself before you like get involved with somebody.
I was
Like-
just responding to Miss Charity. She said she's going off to bed now.
And I,
Great. Now I'll be thinking of Miss Charity in bed. Okay. The Hanged Man. All right, we did that.
don't get involved with a person. Just, do you go to school, like, get your shit together. But then again, like, a lot of what I do, what I'm here to do, is to share my experiences. So I probably wouldn't change anything, because I have to have these experiences to write about them and share them with other people. Because at the end of the day, I'm a teacher.
Got you. Now, the question is normally, how do you approach change and transformation in your life? But I'm going to talk about the alchemy again real quick here, because it is change in itself. It is transformation and transmutation. Was it difficult learning inner transformation for you?
I've had to do so much of it, and I still have so much more to do. Change is hard. Change has been hard for me. I've gone crying, screaming, kicking, laughing hysterically. Trying to go through changes. Now I try to go with the flow, even though sometimes I have to call people retarded on the phone. I wasn't calling them retarded. I was calling somebody else retarded.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me check chat real quick. Silk lavender jammies. Woo! You sexy biatch.
Transformation. It's just like, I feel like I'm wading through quicksand at the moment with some of this, but it's for a reason. It's for that experience I need to write about. So, almost taking a step back and like viewing it from a higher perspective is like, that shit's fucking hard sometimes, okay? But that's really what I'm trying to do. Like, you got this. You know where you're going. Just keep moving. Just keep going. And like, I always get that answer from like card readers. Just keep going. It's like, fucking.
No, I try not to tell people to keep going. What I tell people is, you need to go in that direction. When you're ready, get it. All right. Seek help in that direction. Don't go backwards. I don't tell them they need to do something. They need to do that. That bothers me when I hear readers say, you need to do this. Well,
It's an option.
that is an option, yes. It is suggested highly that you take this route. Trust me, but again, we are not medical or legal professionals, so basically what we're doing is translating a message as we hear it in a game of telephone. So
sometimes our interpretations are way off sometimes.
yeah, afterwards I've thought about things I said in a reading and was like, oh, I should have said this. You know, I mean, I was right about what I said, but I could have like fleshed it out more and had it made more sense in the direction I was talking about.
You know, this question here, I do some doubting. I doubt myself too much. So there's a lot of that. That goes on with this change and transformation.
You watch my shows, so you've heard me mention Chris Butler.
I saw him. He gave me a reading. Come on.
Yeah, that's right. He did. That's my boy, and I'm meeting with him tomorrow morning too. I'll tell him he said hi.
Fabulous.
Where was I going with this? Oh, imposter syndrome. He and I and Ken and a lot of our friends in the community who create decks or are in the public eye, they say the same thing. They doubt themselves. They have imposter syndrome. I have imposter syndrome, and I've been doing this 40 years. I just have this feeling one day everybody's going to wake up and say, who is this asshole, you know, click, you know, or have all my friends say, oh my God, he's nuts. But
what's the feedback are you really getting though?
Oh, I get good feedback.
Right.
I get positive. But
it's like,
yeah.
Like when I went to do my podcast, I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't like to do public speaking. It's like, now you can't shut me up.
Right.
But you know, the feedback that I was getting was like, I just want to come and listen to you talk, you know? And I'm just like, okay, what do you mean by that?
I think Sherry and I were talking when she first started her show, Voices from the Swamp. She said she didn't know if anybody was going to tune in either. And now she's got like, what, 7,000 followers, subscribers, Sherry? 7, 8. Kick-ass show, by the way, Voices from the Swamp. If you're not subscribed to Sherry's channel, please do so. How do you get past those feelings of doubt?
I sit myself down and go, shut the fuck up. That's what I've been doing lately. It's like, you know, I've done so much of this work on myself that it's like, I'm really learning how to do the self-care, the self-talk, you know, the better self-talk, not the negative self-talk. To where, like, I am mothering myself. I'm giving myself what I should have gotten.
I love that. Hold on. Let me fix this. I'm looking on following us live on the channel, so I could, if I do this right. There we go. All right, there's Sherry and Bridget. All right. I'll get the others as time goes by. But there you go, Sherry. I wrenched your ass. Bridget, I got you too, babe. All right, so that's transformation. Now we've got something very similar, transmutation. Temperance. I love the Temperance card because it's a survivor's card. And was there ever a point in your life where you just didn't think you were going to make it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The last few years, I lost everything. Not just the people, everything. So I'm still rebuilding.
Do you know what the Zimzum is?
No.
Okay. All right, quick Kabbalah lesson, everybody. I'll make it in Bobby style. So what happened was, picture everything, energy, just solid packed matter energy. That's the universe. That's everything before the universe. Okay. Well, the creator needed space to create, so they went and sucked up a big space of that energy and created a void, and then went and expelled energy back into everything. And that's where the universe was created, the planets, the black holes, the earth, the moon, everything. So my point was, even the creator had to create a space to create their creation. That's a whole lot of create words right there. Tower moment. That tower had to be destroyed so you could build your foundations up properly in the way you need to build them up for you.
Yeah. And it's not ironic. It's this, that mirror effect where even in my physical body, I'm having to do that. So
it's frustrating what you're going through right now. It probably itches and it's uncomfortable and painful. I've been there. I think a lot of us have been there, especially as older bitches. We may have been through it a few times. And I'm impressed by you that in the process of you going through all of this, you're taking it upon yourself to help other people.
I haven't so much in the last year. I've taken a hiatus. I was overdoing it with my podcast. I was, giving too much of myself, and way too much loss.
Well,
I lost.
That's called a healing time. Okay. Well, baby girl, I wish I could hold you right now. I really do. We all love you. Every one of us in this room.
Thank you.
I want you to know how much. Do you need a minute to go clean your face, boo? And get a tissue?
No, it's just I've lost people too. I mean, they're not here anymore. So.
Right. That's a lot of loss.
It is. Yeah. Good people too. Guys. Okay, this is me. Let's go.
Nope, this is you. Let's sit. I'm like, that was a nice try. That was so cute. No.
Yeah, the last couple of years was hard living here. Came to live here because I had to. I had nowhere to go. And my friend had cancer. And she died.
Baby.
It's hard.
Have you been holding all this inside? Oh, you poor thing.
So, anyways, I can't. She comes to talk to me. Apparently, she gets in me to cook because she wants to cook because I still live in her house.
That's where you channel, huh?
Yeah.
How did you find out you were a channel?
Just doing the psychic stuff, basically. And, I don't like them getting inside of me. That's called possession, and it's not allowed here.
That's trespassing.
It is.
That's trespassing, plain and simple. Oh, I believe Nightbot is spam. So but that's on your channel. I can't block them.
No, Nightbot prevents spam.
Oh. Nightbot prevents spam. Dun dun dun!
Spammers. I've had, like, never mind. Anyways.
Yeah. That's okay. Never say sorry for feeling. All right.
I knew I was going
Especially
to
not in
cry.
my
I'm just
presence.
sensitive. So,
That's not a bad thing. That just says you knew that on Bobby's channel you were safe.
and with everybody. Stress passing. Hi, Rita. Oh, yeah. These are some of my followers. Iron, Lady B, Rita.
Yeah, everybody. A lot of these are mutual people. I love it that we've got some crossovers. You may not see it that way, Julie, because you tried to dodge it when I said it, but
What?
you going through everything you've been through, you're still a light.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to own that shit. Because if you don't own it, the universe is going to keep grabbing you by the back of the hair saying, look at it, look at it.
I know.
Yeah, own that shit. It is uncomfortable sometimes, but...
Being a light?
Alright, let me see. Where were we? Alright.
I do. I've been on with Denise. Denise is on my channel right now.
Yeah, we got a couple flippy floppies jumping back and forth. Did you ever have a problem with addiction or drinking or anything like that?
You know, when I was younger, I was drinking a lot. It was like the party was starting on Thursday, then it's like all week, and then it was like, I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, for 3 months, I'm like, I'm a freaking alcoholic, because I was drinking like every day, and I'm like underage, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But I smoked up until last year, so I started smoking when I was 12.
15.
So
15 was a bad age for me. I started stealing cars and running away and drinking and smoking and mota and all kinds of good stuff.
Well, no, I try stuff, and it's like, I am never doing that shit again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even in my older age, I tried some stuff, and I'm like, well, no wonder people get addicted to this.
Yeah. That's why I never tried heroin, because I can't say I haven't tried it. Heroin and cocaine, I always stayed away from because I thought I was not addicted, which I totally was. I was a meth addict.
That's the shit.
As long as it wasn't heroin, I was doing a good drug in my brain. That's how messed up I was, you guys. But I was young.
Food's my drug.
I think because of those years is why I doubt myself now. But at the same point, everything I went through made me who I am now.
Right.
So it's a dual-natured sword there.
But that's what we're here for, right? To have this experience, to learn these lessons, right?
Yes.
To do stupid shit and survive it, and then talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. The survivor. That's us. I've talked about this before. All of my friends from the 90s have passed away. All of them. And I was a bar rat. I was a hood rat. So that's a lot of people. I was lucky to get out of addiction. Yes, you guys see me smoking weed, but that's not a drug to me. That is a plant. That is a natural thing here on Earth. Plus, I'm responsible. So, the tower. How do you deal with that upheaval in your life? What's your advice for handling those tower moments?
Oh man, have a sense of humor.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Quit getting your knickers in a twist.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I had to oversee the care of my grandparents in their later years. Oh my god.
I had to do that with my great grandma, help out with her. My sister took care of my grandma when she passed, and my dad actually.
So you gotta look at things from a really cool perspective, so to speak. I didn't like when I started that job, like I'm just looking at the paperwork like these motherfuckers put my name on this shit and they're telling me I gotta do this. Otherwise my brother's and he's just gonna like pass it off to me anyway. No, I gotta do this.
Fun.
And so part of that lovely job was to take them to the doctor.
Yeah, but at least they had you. You
Oh,
were there for them.
let me tell you a story. So one time, I took both of them, and this is like a very like pivotal moment. Like we're getting tested for Alzheimer's disease, and they're both doing it at the same time. And like,
I don't mean to laugh.
and the doctor's like, my grandmother's having like recurring like UTIs. And so that's the discussion, but my grandfather's like half listening and he's like, "Where did you go to get a UTI?" Like they're not driving at this point. He's thinking it's a DUI. And then that night, the caregiver's talking. We talk nightly for hours, and she'd tell me what they were doing. Like, and my grandfather, he'd be like, "Get Julie on the phone. Get Julie on the phone. Like, give her 2 pills." Like he's telling my grandmother, give her 2 pills. But and then they're like discussing their results. Like they had no clue how they did on these tests.
Right.
But they were comparing notes. Like, well, I did better. I got about their Alzheimer's like tests. It's like, are you serious?
That's funny.
And like it was.
So who won? Now I gotta know.
They both had it. I think
Now,
we got.
Picture those 2 old people talking in the comic thing. I'm hungry. No, it's Thursday. Well, we should get something to drink then if you're thirsty. No, I'm George. What? One of those things. That's what I'm picturing.
That's exactly what happened. Like, it was nonstop. It was just nonstop. My grandfather, before my grandmother passed away, oh my God. And oh my God, that woman, oh my God, she's in my space. But she did this thing to the caregivers. I wasn't there, but I heard all about it. She pretended she was dead.
Oh, bless her heart. Oh.
She held her breath.
God. Oh, I think she's my new favorite. Oh,
I'm gonna do that. She grabbed the side of the hospital bed and looked up and went like this.
Oh, what did the person do?
They're like, "Don't you do that!" There were 2 of them on duty at that time. They were like changing the guards. But actually, one lived there.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that is exactly the type of old bitch I want to be.
Oh my God! But before she died, my grandfather, he's my step grandfather. He goes in there. He's like, he'd always call her boss. He's boss. Like, and at this point, he had not been taking care of anything. Where's the money at? for some money. Like she's got the money. She's on her way out.
I've always wanted to do that. My husband hates being called boss. If we go somewhere and they're like, here's your change, boss, it just grates his freaking nerves, right? And then I have to listen to it for the next 20 minutes. I've always wanted to do when they say, here you go, boss, stick my head under and go, he doesn't like to be called boss. Call him daddy. So the next time they do that, I'm going to do that. I can't say shit. My thing is have a good one. If somebody says have a good one, I want to poke them in the eyes like the Three Stooges and hurt them physically.
Well, you know, Bobby, I worked a returns desk at a hardware store, like one of those big box, like Home Depot stores.
Mm-hmm.
I took so much abuse. I mean, and I had the customers always right. So, you know what ma'am translates to?
Bitch. Yeah, I know.
Yes, ma'am.
I just sent Ramon has a habit of taking memes of me and taking images off of my lives and turning them into memes and sending them to me, and it's hilarious some of the ones he comes up with, but I sent him back.
This is gonna be one.
Yeah. I sent him back one of him looking very thoughtful, and I put on there, I'm picturing you on fire in 2 languages. So that's what made me think of it when you said that. Yeah, well, actually, say in dos idiomas, but yeah. Smile, just keep swimming, and we laugh at Ramon's meme and Bobby's meme. Yeah, I've got some good ones coming too, Selena. They're well timed. Let's do that. Are you kidding? You didn't know Ramon did that? He's my bro, and he treats me like a brother, man. He's brutal with me. Him and Selena, they watch out for me, but they're also siblings. They will.
Yeah.
They get on me. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how they treat me backstage. It's hilarious. Yeah, if you want to watch a fun thing, we try when we're on Cherry's show. We like to send each other messages to try to make the other one break on air. It's my favorite. Oh yeah, Selena and I, we just had Karen Cubico on Behind the Cards talking about past lives, and she looked into the past life that Ramon, Selena, and I shared. And Selena and I were married, and she was my husband. And she was that man of mine, and I was her loving wife. And Ramon was our nephew. He wasn't our child. He was our ward. How cool is that? Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I missed that show.
Yeah.
Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy? Yeah, so go back and watch it if you haven't seen it, everybody. So looking back, who would you say was your guiding light? You made reference earlier about your favorite people growing up, but who flavored your view on life? For me, it was my grandma.
Well, I think that's why you showed up. You see her. I've had quite a few. I switch. I'd have to say Uncle Joe.
Good old Uncle Joe.
He's a step Uncle Joe. So, Yeah.
How did his input color your viewpoint?
Well, he was the uncle that you'd wait for him to tell stories, and he was the biggest bullshitter. So, yeah, he's here. He's like, yeah. Yep. Yep,
Okay.
I sure did tell them stories. So this is always how his stories he like, because he'd always be entertaining my dad with these stories, and so I'd be like right there waiting for Uncle Joe to tell the stories. I'm like, okay, let's get him going. Let's wind him up.
That's me.
Like, okay, so I think by listening to him tell these stories over the years, it like really taught me how to tell my stories, because like writing this book is like, I want to tell it like I'm like telling my friends sitting around a campfire, like and that's how I wrote it. Like, this is what happened. And so I can really say it was him. I mean, his stories always started out with, there I was.
Picture it, Sicily.
There I was, 40,000 feet in the air, behind enemy lines, taken on fire. This dude, he's like, I have a lot of the family, like, pictures and things. I might have destroyed some because I got angry. Uncle Joe was very athletic, and I didn't know how athletic he was. And he was actually, he was on the 49ers, the San Francisco 49ers football.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Well, 49ers.
It was like way back in the 50s, I think. Way back.
Thank you. They posted your link for readings.
Yeah, you just have to contact me because that doesn't work.
That on her website is listed in the description. I have the link there if you would like to contact her that way also. How you doing, Juanita? So on to our next question. We're rounding the bend. The moon. What is an irrational fear that you have? Mine is zombies. True story. Scared the frick out of me.
So you didn't watch, what was that big show that was?
Nope. The Walking Dead?
Yeah. That
Never
show.
seen an episode of it. I think I saw a 30, like maybe the first minute or two, and it had this lady zombie coming out, and I was like, nope, click. It's
But
not for me.
But that's the training video for the apocalypse.
Don't. Yeah, and you know, I had a zombie preparedness plan. Don't when I lived in Phoenix, I read the guide to the zombie apocalypse and made a zombie plan where I was gonna go. I had my provisions set. I'm still prepping it for, you know, in case I need it. But yeah. I don't think I'm not prepared for zombie apocalypse now. A war, I have no fucking clue what I'm going to do. But zombie apocalypse, I'm there.
You're set.
I am.
My irrational fear. I don't know. Is it irrational to be fearful of, like, falling from a cliff?
Well, that depends. Are you ever around cliffs?
One time.
One time.
They made me do it.
Did you fall, though?
Oh my god, I write about it in this book. I'm like, they took me into a cave just after dusk, and I didn't realize I was walking on a cliff, and we're out there doing, like, spiritual stuff, you know, playing drums, getting the energy moving, Next morning, I'm like, you're gonna have to get a fucking helicopter to get me out of here.
Yeah, my husband is a feared of heights too, and he was on one of those junior high church retreat things, and they had one of those rope things that you swing on. He got up to the top, and they couldn't get him to go forward. They couldn't get him down. Yeah, so that fear is real. He won't go on balconies, won't look out windows. Yeah.
Irrational fear. I guess
Yeah, cliffs, that's not irrational. That's conceivably could happen.
you know, considering what I've been trying to do is to see the things that happen to me, the really dark things. That's kind of a little bit irrational in a way to me. It's
I don't
rational,
know.
you know.
It's
Considering you know, some of the shit I do, I talk to dead people.
yeah.
You know, like when you try to put it in perspective, it's like I talk to dead people. I do remote viewing to do paranormal investigations. I come across some shit doing that, and I'm afraid of my own shit.
I feel you. I get that. When looking at it that way, it can be irrational, but looking at it another way, it's scarier to look at our own shit than it is to face a big ass bully or a gang of knife wielding villains. You know, it's scary as crap.
Saying no, having to stand up for myself. I'll stand up for somebody else.
Right?
It's weird.
I was like that. You'll get there. While you are there, you know better now.
But you should see me, Bobby. I was like, when I had my first son, I was pregnant, 5 months pregnant, and I saw someone walking down my hall. I saw a shadow like outside, and there's somebody in my house.
Uh-huh.
My husband's there, and I swing open the security door, and I kick the door. It was a baby shower for me.
Got it.
That's me. I was gonna kick some ass.
That's funny though. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm like trying. Okay, yeah, that's just funny. Human beings scare me more than most things.
I don't know, Lady V. That's a good question. I had experiences with aliens.
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Now that's irrational. Now here's my question: how bad is Bigfoot's breath?
It's so frank.
Okay. Then we gonna have to do a doggy style. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
It's so rank. Oh my god.
I gotta stop that. He hits him from behind. It ain't a problem. I'm sure Bigfoot doesn't have Tic Tacs.
Oh my god, no.
I love it. So, what brings you joy, and how do you celebrate your successes?
Mm.
We only got this and 2 more questions, and we still.
You know, lately it's been my artwork. I am so happy about that. I do like doing psychic readings. I love doing paranormal investigations. Remote viewing paranormal investigations. That is freaking fun. Except they follow you back.
That would be bad. Yeah.
It's freaking cool. Like, it's so cool.
Did you like the new Poltergeist? I didn't like it.
I didn't see it, but
it's on Hulu if you guys want to watch it.
I encounter, like, my team's in Tennessee, and we did the what's that? We did the Boiling Springs, Thomas House. We did the Thomas House. We did a hospital. It's one of the hospitals that Ghost Adventures did. And, there's psych stuff there. And I'm encountering patients. Like a patient that had their mouth sewn shut.
Oh, wonderful.
And so I communicate. She was like pulling her teeth out, biting her own tongue. It had to be done. But that's how they dealt with it back then. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I see. So it's like, I can deal with that. And like a boogeyman coming like to my house after, like doing an investigation. And going, no. But I can't deal with my own crap.
Right? It's easier for us to deal with everything else than deal with our own crap. I love that art brings you joy. That's awesome. Have you ever thought of creating a tarot deck?
Uh-huh.
Should.
Well,
I tell everybody that. You should.
Oracle. It'd probably be Oracle, not because... Man, you guys collect a lot. I got 5 decks of cards.
Yeah, we're addicts, though. We do not do what Gerald says and purchase responsibly. And Selena and Ramon and I are bad because...
Well, I applaud all you. You guys aren't the only ones. There's so many people out there that do, and I'm just like, I cannot do justice to the tarot with my art.
Make it your own. You don't have.
Well, yeah.
Make your own interpretation. It's your fucking deck. You can put it however you see it.
I didn't need cards. I would just read intuitive readings, and then did the cards. So it was hard transition for me.
I was asked to write a tarot, the little white book for a deck. So I'm excited about that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much about it because I'll manifest the wrong thing. I did that with my website. The website I wanted to create, it did get created, but it wasn't what I wanted. There were creative differences.
I get that.
We went down an avenue. I'm not big on using AI for tarot. I'm like, where does that leave tarot readers? That's what I want to focus on. But anyway, coloring in the BOTA deck is lots of fun. I love that. You have 7 decks you haven't opened, girl. I opened every deck that I've gotten recently, including the one I got from Roman last night. I opened it up and I didn't even have to open the package. I knew what it was by the shape. And I told my husband, I'll be in my room. Grabbed it and went in here. So, where are we at? Judgment. Judgment card says it's time to reflect on our lives. If they were creating a movie about your life and experiences, what would it be called?
Master in the Making. Come on. This is going.
I knew you were going to say that.
So, what this is about is becoming the master of yourself, self-mastery. So, that's what this is.
Subtitle: the most interesting woman, quite possibly the most interesting woman in the world.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to know where that came from, or?
Sure.
Well, as I was going through this, the experiences before I was writing this, I had reconnected with an ex-boyfriend prior to my 21-year marriage. Man, that was a slip, wasn't it? Mess. I meant marriage. So I was telling...
I didn't want to say anything.
I was telling him about these experiences on the phone, and he's like, God, you're possibly the most interesting woman in the world. And I'm like, I'll just take that. I'll just take it and run
I'll
with
have
it.
that. Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. It's tongue in cheek.
Oh, I see. Hold on 1 second. I have to do this.
He's trying to get you to laugh. No, Lady V. Actually,
What did I miss? I'm starting to do the Pez head thing. Hold on. Excellent. Doing right now. Okay.
That was part of that, though. Never mind.
So, I like that. If you wouldn't name it that, what else would it be?
I really don't have an alternate name.
Then we will not use one. That is good. All right.
I mean, that's
think about what you guys post. What you think the movie of your life would be called? Serious answers only, even if they're funny. Our last question, my dear, is the world. Now, it's a great big world out there. I know you're in Modesto, but where would you most like to visit and why? Mine is Greece.
Mine too.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go together. That'd be awesome.
That's been my deal especially the last few years. It's been the place I wanted to go for decades. But lately it's been like, I'm going to go there and I'm going to get a villa by the sea for 3 to 6 months and just stay there. Vacation.
I want to go see the Parthenon and just the different temples to the gods, and I want to see an actual statue, Hermes boundary marker, Hermea. I just want to see.
I have a connection to Greece. I also have a connection to the Celts. So,
what is your Greece connection?
I really feel it's a past life. I feel it's like I spent many lifetimes there. If I wasn't living there, born there, I went there, and I know I had lifetimes in Iraq and in Turkey, and so I'm sure because
So those are the cradles of religion. Like Turkey is where Hecate originated 4,000 years ago. So that's a long time ago. I can picture you wandering around the ancient world.
I was an oracle way back in the day. Burned at the stake.
Yeah. Isn't that good that they don't do that anymore? I'm an oracle. I don't want to be burned at the stake. Thank you very much.
Or waterboarded, you know?
Oh my gosh. Or hung, or any number of tortures to get you there. And now it's bothering me as people saying, oh no, the burning times weren't as bad as everybody's making them out to be. It's like, yeah, they kind of were. That's why the memory stayed. But anyway, that was our last question. I'm going to open it up real quick to everyone on the floor. Does anyone have any questions for our dear Miss Julie? And while they're writing their questions, can you tell us more about the book that you have on the side that you're...
The one that's on the shelf, or the one
the shelf book, the one that's coming and the one that's on the shelf. What's coming?
What's coming is a big secret.
This bitch.
It's a big secret because you were just talking, right? I can do the same shit as you, Bobby. You're like, I'm not going to say anything because it's going to Fine.
Fine.
It's gonna put a curse on it.
I'll
and it's
allow
not gonna,
it.
It's
Yeah,
not gonna
it's
manifest.
not gonna manifest. I'll allow that. All right. Question. How do you balance and recharge your energy levels after you're done channeling? That's a great question.
First of all, I'm an empath, so I always have to clean and ground. Even like living here, like I pick up energy. Like first night I came here, I'm like, man, I'm craving potato chips. Somebody's eating potato chips here. Who the hell is it? Like, I didn't smell them. I didn't see them. I knew they were eating them. I'm cleaning ground, man. And I have to not be around people. I don't do people like a lot because it wears the shit out of me. I love you, but I hate you. So maybe watching a movie, eating popcorn. That's my thing.
I love that. That is the greatest way to recharge is solitude, you guys. You want to refill your energy, but you want to refill it with good, positive energy, not with the energy of other people around you. You know, when I need a recharge, I'm in my room alone. That's it.
I have in the past. I actually physically take people's pain. Like, I didn't realize I was such an empath where, like, I even like gave somebody a hug that had a backache on a Friday afternoon. By Sunday morning, I'm like in my bed, like going, "What the hell's wrong with me?"
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a Heyoka empath, and it's a constant, ongoing transmutation cycle. Constant. I would suggest, honestly, wearing citrine regularly. That's helped me an awful lot. But you guys always see me wearing stones of some kind. Like, the darker the stone, the better it is for me, because I gotta stay grounded.
What is it?
My darker stones, I've got right now blue goldstone and hematite on my wrist, so that I can be intuitive yet grounded. Basically, I'm anchored and still floating in space. And then the citrine transmutes negative energy into positive energy. So all that negative shit that I'm dealing with, this helps me transmute it into positive energy and use it for my own nefarious needs.
For your own energetic.
Yeah.
Dealing.
I will matrix that shit and take that negative energy and come out of it like Shang-Chi in the Ten Rings, and I will do that. It saves me the trouble of having to raise energy from scratch. You know?
Yeah.
So that has been our interview tonight with Miss Julie Ann Guthrie-Smulson. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I want to thank you especially, Julie. You were very open with us tonight, and I appreciate it. Know that you have a tribe here who thinks you're freaking awesome and loves you to death. I mean, on both our channels, people are just in love with you.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being a great host. I know this is a lot of work, and thank you for doing it.
It's fun, and if everybody has a story. That's the whole reason I do this show. Everybody has a story, and I'm interested in those stories. So I love you guys. Julie, stick around. I'm gonna take us off stage, but we'll be back in a second to talk. And as far as everybody else, I love you all, but I gotta go eat. Bye.